So in this video we will be talking about solo laning. I said laning effectively solo because it doesn't really happen anymore. We don't have tri lanes where the offlane is actually solo. But every once in a while you have like a roaming support, a spirit breaker or a Veno jungle, and you still end up laning effectively solo. And we'll talk about the aspects that you need to know and the mindset you need to develop when finding yourself in such a situation so that you can still play the game even though you are at a disadvantage. So the first thing is the lane equilibrium. This is basically the only thing that allows you to lane, is when the wave is close to your tower. It allows you to steal last hits even though you are outnumbered. So therefore you should aggro as often as you can and try to pull the lane further towards your tower. If necessary, you should even pull the wave or even buy a sentry to unblock your camp. Try to do anything to get the wave towards your tower. Just remember though, you would rather be poor than dead, so if the wave is far away from you and you are solo into two heroes and you walk up and you die, it's much worse than just staying back, not getting DCS, trying to leech some experience, looking for a pull. So rather poor than dead. So last hits. This will be the main and the only objective you have in a lane where you are outnumbered, because you're not trying to get any kills, because you can't, you're alone. So last hits is everything you want to do. This lane is not about harass or kills, it's just about last hits. That means you can use your spells exclusively to get last hits or maybe to survive, but if you are not fighting with your spells, you should definitely use them to get those few valuable last hits that you can. Then you should also think about your timings. Your timing will probably be level 6, which might enable you to actually get a kill somewhere on the map, if it's your lane or another lane. But it's very likely that, since you being the weaker hero with less CS and with less help, you shouldn't try to look for any timings before you actually have a significant change. So mostly this will be level 6. This requires patience. Patience is the key in a lane 1v2. It means that you don't try to rush anything. Many players will try to make something happen when they are on the back foot in the lane. Don't try to make anything happen. Just try to get some denies and some last hits. And if you just don't feed and get a little bit of harm, then you have done very well in a lane 1v2. Post-edit favor here. I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. I'm pretty new to this thing, but I would love to teach and learn by it, and I hope you enjoy. So let's look at an example from my game that I just played, which was effectively solo. So I had Magnus as a 4 position and Weaver as a 5, but they had some miscommunications. Magnus wanted to switch lanes. Especially Magnus definitely stepped up his game in the mid game, but in the laning stage I was not so convinced that his decisions were the right ones. The enemies ended up getting a lot of kills, and I was effectively laning solo. So we will just watch how I approach it. Right at the start, you can see that Magnus is just joining the wave. Let me actually make this a bit quieter. Alright, don't need to hear all that. So I'm trying to get some last hits and I'm staying back overall. Also, it needs to be said, laning against Doom and Bane, both strong laners, which makes the lane overall difficult. So I'm not I'm not trying to fight. I'm just trying to sit back. Patience. So Magnus goes for some shenanigans over here. I consider it space and take some last hits. Which actually puts me on top of the board. And this will be the theme for the rest of this lane. This is already dangerous. We have Magnus now TPing bottom, trying to do something against the Undying for some reason. And I'm left alone top. And I'm just trying not to die. As you can see, I step up to the wave, and they immediately go on me. So this was risky already. But I'm staying back. Go for one last hit. Again, losing life like half HP, so this maybe was too risky already. But we're not worried. We're just chilling, using our W for like a lot of CS. The only reason why I stepped forth here is because Bane was chasing Weaver. So I'm trying to get a range creep deny. I lost it. And I use like all my spells defensively. I'm not trying to trade. Weaver is leaving the lane, so I'm back to solo. And actually I end up dying here, so I didn't play this in an ideal way either. As Weaver is again leaving the lane. By dying, oops. And it's 1 and 9 right now, so the odds aren't good for our team. Like Bane is 3-0, bottom lane has 4 kills. My carry Nature's Prophet died twice. So all we need to do is like not lose our cool and try to slowly recover into like somewhat decent farm. Also see how I'm like trying to keep the wave here. So I'm not pushing or anything. And I'm actually quite happy considering I'm alone and like still getting decent last hits. Because I'm not like prioritizing anything else. I'm all about last hits and I don't try to fight with the Doom or the Bane. Just trying to aggro. So this is now where I start to think like bottom is really not working out. And I think Nature's Prophet is 0 and 4 at this point. And I'm thinking, okay, when is my go time? But it is level 6, so I will have to wait for level 6 at least. So I just keep doing what I do. Aggro. And last hits. So even though like Magnus joined me here now, I'm actually not interested in fighting. Now I'm reaching level 6, but I'm kinda low on resources. But this is where you now can start to look around the map and see if something happens. And we will see shortly, after this disengagement, where Weaver joins, even though I'm like low on resources. I am now very open to look around the map. And I get some region to be ready to react. And now we see an opportunity, patch being bottom and then TP and get a kill. And this is basically where we are now back in the game. Now we can go farming on arena downtime and then use the arena to get a kill. And even though I was like solo, I have decent last hits, and even though they have like 17 kills, the net worth isn't too uneven. See how I'm bottom net worth of the course because they have so many kills. But I didn't feed. I'm like 1 and 1. I just got 1 decent kill, and now the road starts to like recovering and taking the game back in our position. So yeah, basically in every losing lane, in every 1v2, in every losing game, all you need is patience and focused net worth that brings you at some point to an advantageous position and gives you like an opportunity. Yo, patience from Zoe. See ya.
What a tune!